Hello everyone, and welcome. Sorry for the delay, but Faye channel got in the way. I'm back on my normal schedule though, so keep your eyes peeled for uploads. As for today, the newest update is out, so that means that we need to do our new unit review. We have 5 units to go over, 4 on the banner and 1 GHB. Let's start with the free unit this time. Walhart is an Axe Cavalier with 157 BST. He can be obtained through his Grand Hero battle. Stat-wise, Walhart is really good. With 37 attack, 36 defense, and 41 base HP, he's a resilient physical wall. Most of Walhart's power comes from his personal weapon. The Wolfberg is a 16 might axe that grants 3 defense. Additionally, if there are more enemies than allies within 2 spaces, Walhart gains 4 attack, speed, defense, and res. With the Wolfberg, it's easy for Walhart to mimic the stats of a Gen 2 armor, except while on a horse. To me, that makes him more like Eldigan than Frederick, despite the similarities that he has with Frederick's base stats. Walhart's special is Luna. His A skill is Granny Shield, and his B skill is Chill Defense. Of these, the Chill is the only skill worth foddering for, and it is unlocked at 5-star. Walhart is a unit that I really like. He's powerful, and adds a lot of variety to the Axe Cavalier category. It's just a shame that he's merge limited. Moving on, our first banner unit is Maribel. Maribel is a cavalry healer, very similar to Elise. She has strong attack and speed coupled with high movement. Her BST is low, but if she avoids her super banes in defense and res, she can stay in the 145 score bin. Maribel brings with her the first new staff that we've had in a long time, the Trilemma. This weapon is generic, so it can be inherited or refined. After combat, Maribel's opponent and all enemies within 2 spaces are debuffed, quote-unquote, with Triangle Adept. The effects of the weapon Triangle become magnified by 20% in either direction through the end of their turn. The Trilemma is a fascinating weapon. While it does interact positively and negatively with Cancel Affinity, I think a lot of people are going to try to set up Cancel Affinity teams and it's not going to work out too well. To me, the real power lies in its ability to reinforce the weapon Triangle. Basically, some units try to play within the triangle, units like Gwendolyn, while others try to break it, units like Zelgius or Grima. The Trilemma makes triangle breaking less effective, and triangle reinforcing more effective. It acts as a scaling buff for you and a scaling debuff for the enemy at the same time, which, if you can capitalize on it, is powerful. The Trilemma has a high skill floor when you compare it to other staves. Simply put, I think it's really cool, but it's too hard to use compared to Pain or Gravity. As such, I don't think it's going to have a large impact on how people build healers. Maribel's assist is Martyr and her special is Miracle. Her B skill is Dazzling Staff, finally in the permanent pool, and her C skill is Staff Valor. Maribel is a great unit. Cavalry healers are good, so a cavalry healer with strong offensive stats and free access to Razzle Dazzle has to be better. Maribel is practically guaranteed to appear on a legendary banner at some point, so while I would encourage people to pull for her, I'd suggest they wait just for the time being. Our second banner unit is one that a lot of people have been waiting for, Sumia. Sumia is a Lance Flyer with 162 BST. Like a lot of other Lance Flyers, she's very fast and she has decent attack. In particular, it's hard not to see Sumia as power creep over Catria. Their stats are literally identical, except Sumia trades 1 point of attack for 5 points in speed. Sumia's weapon is the Reprisal Lance, a generic lance with Fierce Stance 3 built in. Enemy phase Lancers already have so many good choices, and foddering Sumia for this ability doesn't sound too great to me. Sumia's A skill is Close Defense, and her B skill is Attack Defense Link. After playing with and against links, I've become a fan of them, especially on flying units. I like Sumia on paper, but not in practice. She's a time-tested unit archetype and has the stats to do her job. However, the price tag is very high when you consider that Catria is in the 3-star pool and Shigure is in the 4-star pool. Sumia does have advantages over these units, but they're marginal, so you really aren't getting too much value for your summons. Our third banner unit is my pick for demotion, Libra. Libra is an Axe Infantry with 164 BST. With 35 attack, 32 speed, 28 defense, and 29 res, Libra's stat line is very open-ended. You can build him in a lot of ways, and you can find success with almost anything you want to do. Libra's weapon is the Wo Dao Axe. This is the permanent version of Spring Alphonse's giant spoon, and it's a welcome addition to the summoning pool. His special is Noontime, his B skill is Renewal, and his C skill is Spur Attack Res. At base, Libra isn't that remarkable. However, he's a great unit chassis, and with some investment becomes quite a monster. The flexibility of his stat line means that he scales very well with merges, buffs, and summoner support. I think Libra is the most likely unit to demote from this banner, and if he does get demoted, he'll be a good project for new and old players alike. Finally, our last unit is another alternate character, Flying Olivia. Olivia is a flying sword dancer with 149 BST. As a dancer, her stats don't matter that much, but Olivia does have good offenses and has enough mix bulk to survive a round of combat. When you add flyer buffs into the mix, she can actually hold her own just fine. Olivia's weapon is the Scold, a personal sword that grants 3 attack, speed, defense, and res to any target that she dances. Her A skill is Bracing Stance, which grants 4 defense and res on the enemy phase. Her B skill is Chill Speed, and her C skill is Guidance. Like most recent chase units, Olivia has a complete base kit that requires a little customization. Additionally, she's exceptional fodder with 3 premium skills. There isn't much else to say here. Flying dancers are insane, and Olivia is no exception. She combines the power of Azura with the utility of New Year's Azura, and I think that makes her the new queen of the dancer category. Olivia is in the permanent pool, and I think she's going to be an exciting off-banner pull for a very long time. Overall, this update features some nice units, but nothing that I would prioritize highly. Olivia is the big winner, but she'll almost certainly appear on a legendary banner at some point in the future. The simple truth is that a 4-unit permanent pool banner with a 3% base rate is just a tough sell, and I think most players should be investing on 3-unit banners or legendary banners instead. If you do decide to pull, I'd prioritize Olivia first, Maribel second, Sumia third, and Libra last. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like or subscribing. You can find me on Twitter at DireThunderYT, so feel free to send me cool stuff or just drop by to say hello. As always, I hope to see you next time. Take care.